Sorry. I hope I'm back. I was having some network problems, so I needed the stream to ensure I could like get it. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I disconnected briefly, not briefly, but the network issues, which is why I ended the stream. We seem to be back now, so yeah, the game is shaping up. The game between Bilal and Hamed is shaking up. I'm clicking this, is not my name. Okay. So we flip the board, and we got to this point. And we're waiting to see what Hamed would do, and he went with this move G3. I mean, which could mean many things, and but I don't really like it. It's more or less a weakness because, like, first of all, if this pawn could ever get up, I mean, there's no going to get free anytime soon. But if this pawn could get free, you have this issue to think about. Second of all, this pawn is a hook pawn, which now allows f5, f4, right? And this bishop now cannot really do much. So I don't know why he was doing this. Like, even this pawn is a target now. So it's not so clear to me why G3 was played. G3 doesn't really make much sense. G3 doesn't really make much sense. I just think it makes the position worse. And here we see the bishop to e8. Finally, we see pawn takes. The knight is going to reroute to keep this pawn defended. But again, like I mentioned, f5, f4 is just very strong here. And that's what we get here. F5, bishop takes, knight takes, not queen takes, because f4 takes, and immediately we see the problem here. So I don't get why Hamed went for that move. I don't get why Hamed went for that move. If I can arrange it right now, I would give it a minus 1.5 for Bilal. It's even a -2. Right? This move just did not, like, it did not compute. G3 did not compute. G3 did not compute. Like, there's no reason why G3 should be made. I don't know what he was thinking for him to play G3. I can't get it. Again, sorry for the disconnection. I was having some internet trouble. So now Bilal is definitely on his way to win this. And this is not the kind of position where I would say that White has a chance. Like, it's going to be all gas for Bilal. He might have to make a move with this knight, and there's no, like, very good move. Maybe that move. But then pawn push still stands. And if pawn push, you can play pawn take, you can play knight take. But I think that's even, at this point, that sacrifice is even worth it. Jump in here, bring this guy in here, bring this guy in here. The position just doesn't look good for White. Back to Bassem's game. Bassem's game, as we already know, is running out of gas. Queen to c2, b6, rook to a to d1. Finally, the knight comes in, and then we have knight takes, bishop takes. Knight jumps back. This is nope, not looking good. Not looking good. I think ideally we want to take like this. I could be wrong, but I just like the position for black. I like black here. Though maybe there's something to be said about pushing, but this is the problem. But I'm saying there's something to be said for pushing here. It's going to be interesting. Bilal may just win. Bilal may just win. If Bilal draws, it will be the comeback of the century from Wafa Hamid. But this position is close to losing. Makes sense, but again, why? Okay, we get it. I don't think this is the move we are aiming for, but then now we have a new route, right? We can come in here, we are targeting this. Bring the rook in here, we have another target. I don't get it. And he goes straight for it, like... Bishop to a4. I considered this briefly, but I was like, nah, no step out. Yeah, I don't know why you don't. F4 does not make, like, or he's trying to run away with the king to the queen side. I mean, that's interesting, but I don't know how that works. If you're wondering, I'm talking about like this. Bilal is having a good time. Like, he's really enjoying this game for sure. If I was Bilal, I'd be enjoying this game for sure. Okay, that move abandons any attack on the king side, or at least it temporarily does that. Drawing makes him win? No. That's what I've been trying to like talk about. I don't think drawing makes him win, because one of the tie breaks is direct encounter. What that means is that if the players who have tied their points have faced each other, based on the results, that is, whoever won will take the lead, right? And Bilal has faced Bassem, and Bassem defeated Bilal. Now that's the fourth tie break. So there are 3 tie breaks before that, but on the basis of direct encounter, Bassem would win if he drew. That's why I keep saying that the only option for Bilal here is to win. Drawing and loss, a draw and a loss is unpredictable. Sorry, a loss Bassem wins, but a draw, there's a chance Bassem wins that. But I mean, if you are trying to get ahead of yourself with the congratulations, you definitely can, because this position is very good, if not winning. Because now you have even knight jumps in here with bishop takes, or even knight takes, bringing the rook to g1, g8. I mean, this position is not what you want to have, especially in this. Like, I mean, Bilal is not playing Bassem, by the way. Bassem's game is unfortunately looking very sad. It doesn't look like Bassem has any chance. Okay, so now he plays knight takes to crash into the position. Another thing I don't like about this move that his opponent made is that now you open, like, this knight can jump in here. I don't think you want to take. You can, but I don't think you want to take. Because again, after takes here, you do, I think, have ideas of jumping into the position somewhat. As you can see, I'm playing like trash, but that's what I'm looking at. Engine's best move is to just deny the whole thing and then continue with your idea, because now you don't open up anything for your opponent to use against you. Also, you block this side. Your opponent cannot really attack you. If you want to create any attack, you have to like start moving this and all that kind of stuff, right? So rook h to g8. Knight jumps in here. Everything is not looking good for white. But let's see. If black is not able to play the right moves, white can definitely equalize. But I think white moves are easy to play. If there's a move I think is not easy to play, I will mention it, but I think white's position just feels from here. Black, sorry, position just feels from here. You and me both. You and me both. Okay, so Bilal takes the more dangerous option of not retreating, but rather keeping the attack. Okay, he's playing. Yes, that's one thing about Bassem. I don't know about him generally, but mostly when he plays in the AICC, no matter how drawish the position is, he forces a win. He forces a win. It's one of the most consistent things I've seen about him, especially when he plays the AICC. And I would, like, if I was Bassem, right, I'm like 300, 400 points above my competition, I would take that risk, right? Because I have more, and mostly these 2700s, 2800s are like bots in the end game. So they would take you to a drawish end game, or you could succeed to take them into a drawish end game. But because you don't have a good understanding of end game principles, they will always kill you there, right? That's how most advanced players beat beginners. It's in the end game because the end game is very technical. So for him going for those types of ideas, I understand why, and if I were him, I probably would do the exact same thing. So yeah, did it backfire? Yes, it did, but yeah, you get the whole point. Like I said, it's so easy to see what black has to do here. So knight jumps in here, you can double up with the rooks. It's so sad how easy it is the position is to play. The next thing for him to do is just to double the rooks. The game plays itself at this point. Like normally throughout this like coverage, I've struggled thinking about like the moves, but you suddenly see how like boom, I can easily guess what's going to happen, right? Because this position plays itself. Unless of course white does something I did not predict, but other than that, this position plays itself. Like this move, which looks scary, is literally halted with even this. I think this can even just halt the whole thing, and you still keep pushing your ideas, right? Of course, the angel looks at this and it's like, just take, right? Just take it. I'm not allowed. Oh, he has mate in 3. Wait, why is it mate in 3? Why is it mate in 3? Bishop takes, pawn push. Is that it? No, I don't think that's it. Bishop takes. I don't want to overcalculate. I'll get tired. queen b1 is what the engine is saying. Bishop f1. Well, bishop f1 is just taking his checkmate, right? So bishop, you have to block with, oh yeah, I think, yeah, you are just dead. You are just cooked here. Yeah. Takes, and then eventually you have to take this. You are just cooked here. Yeah, that's basically, I didn't want to even think of it. Yeah, queen b1. Yeah, queen b1 is just confirmed mate. This doesn't help you. Yeah, correct, 7. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's over. It just dead. It's just dead. But Sam's game is also like, if you look at this game, if anything, the engine is saying that it's equal, but I like black more. If I was playing as black, I'd be fine here. I'd be happy playing as black. Not easy. Not easy. If Bassem wins this, it's going to be crazy. His opponent just shut down the game, right? Like, his opponent literally just shut down the game, right? There's just nothing you can do. Very difficult position to make something out of. Here you have to have the magnet effect and squeeze water out of stone, right? If he plays this move, I get it, but that's desperate. Look at the funny move here. My nut, right? Imagine such a funny position from you. If he falls for something like that, we have to take away his title. Wait, what is the opponent playing? Yeah, so rook g7. If he tries to win it, it may not, it might backfire. Like, sincerely, the position doesn't look good for him. So rook g7, king comes in to defend. It's just not enough. I think even here you could have even gone rook takes, right? Even here you could have gone rook takes. Oh, sorry, I missed this guy. Sorry, I was looking at just these two. Yeah, I missed this guy. Yeah, so what again? This. Oh boy. I'm trying to think about ways to add other defenders here, but what I'm realizing is that there's 6 here. Oh, let me do this with the board. Okay. At this point, it may be too dangerous to go for this option. Wait, is it right to move here? I'm looking at this and even allowing you this. right? You can even give your opponent all of that. Oh boy. I just knew you were going to take this risk of f5. Possibly trying to develop the knight here. Oh, he's taking chances. I don't like it, but he's taking chances. I think if that's the case, then maybe to stop that, you would need to play this, but then it creates like weaknesses. In this case here, don't we just have this? I don't know where the knight goes, but let's just make a bad move, and then this allows simply this. Right? Progression here. We got progress. Oh, he went for this move. Bishop takes. Yes, you can bring this guy back. Sorry, not here. You can bring him back here to keep the defense of this. But let me figure it out. I think you can take once and then jump in here. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, knight takes, queen takes. I don't think that is. Ah, I think that's it. He's definitely going to see this move. He understands everything that's going on that his opponent wants to defend. This is it. Bilal is more likely to win than Bassem. Bassem's position is difficult. Bassem has to hope for his opponent to make like a serious mistake. Bilal is just cruising for a bruising. My focus has always been on these two games because that's where the matter ends. But then when Bilal wins, I may just end of the stream because we know who wins, right? So if you want the stream to go on more longer and torture me more, just pray for Bilal to draw. I for sure think he sees it. I for sure think he sees it. I'm looking at the engine, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking after bishop takes, you want to bring the rook here, right? But the engine is like, you want to bring the rook here. Sorry, here. And I'm like, what? Wait, so like takes here first, queen takes, and then here. That's like, I'm like, why would you voluntarily put your the engine is just okay? So all these moves are like very easy to predict when you see them. He's fine trading the bishops off, which is interesting. If anything, eventually we see this move. For example, if we get this move, you can play a funny move like this. It doesn't work. My point was this. Oh, it does work. I thought it wouldn't work. Why is this check considered bad? 967. Here you just take here. He plays d3. Why? Oh. I don't think that's it. Okay, I thought that was it, but targeting this point. Yep. Black is the one making play here. Now the queens are off the board. This is purely skill. Now I don't think there's any like strong attack that can happen from white side of the board. I think this is just purely skill. But if anything, now, yes, you have gotten rid of the nuisance, the passed pawn, and there's some. I mean, this pawn is going to be a problem. Personally, I don't know if you really wanted to take that pawn because of like. Now you open up the line to attack this pawn. So I was thinking, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me this is a joke. Johan, how you doing? Bassem is the strongest African player. Please tell Bilal, please tell me you're joking. Nah, I don't believe this. No, I don't believe this. Bilal, please tell me you are joking. Bilal, you've got to be joking. Bilal, you've got to be joking. It is actually Why? Am I right or am I wrong? Ananda, welcome. I'm sorry, something crazy is happening right now. Bassem's game looks drawn. It's an end game, so there are issues, right? Depending on your understanding of the end game. From my understanding, if Bassem is able to win this game, he wins the whole thing. Give me a second. Let me get this up. Okay, so yeah, let me just let me just check this out. I really don't get what's going on. Because if, unless of course I'm wrong, like where's that thing? Yeah, it's this one. They really accepted a draw. He really went for a draw. Because, wait, now if Bassem draws, isn't that now if Bassem draws, isn't that a win for Bassem? What? Why would you draw? I thought the position plays it like why would you draw? Someone said something about chess.com. Let me check chess.com on my phone and see if there's any difference in the like what? Because it says the same thing. Like it says the exact same thing on chess results. I don't know what's going on. Let me check chess.com and see what's going on. I don't get what's going on. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to go for. Why would he agree to a draw? It's not confirmed. He had to win to put the onus on. What? Or he's not. Or he, I mean, he's not. 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 He's I don't know. They are speaking. They are using their Arabic cursive, so I don't really know. Oh, okay. What chess.com saying? I didn't even know that I was being played on chess.com. They drew. Again, why? Like this position. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy. But until I'm wrong, like until someone can explain to me why I'm wrong, I will not understand this decision to accept a draw. Did he not see the win? Could be a possible thing, but why would he? Like, I don't know. It takes here. The rook is gonna hide somewhere. Then you have doubling of the rooks. What is there that he's not seeing? Let's just try and play this out. Like, sorry, keep forgetting this guy's hand. Takes, queen takes. Why can't he play this out? Like, what was it? Why? Like, your opponent cannot, or your opponent does not have that luxury, right? Like, removing any of the defenders of this side of the board is going to affect your opponent bad. So even if your opponent tries something like this, you immediately have a problem. So white doesn't have the liberty to attack black. And if I'm looking at it, like, I feel like black has ideas of this and this. Again, like, you can't do it now because of the queen, but you get where I'm coming from. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you make this risk. I don't. I really don't. I just hope I'm wrong. Like, okay, let's look at this again, right? What are the tie breaks? What are the tie breaks? What are the tie breaks? I'm not an expert on the tie break, but we have the Buchholz tie breaks one, which is points. A tie break one is the average rating of your opponents. Let's see Bilal, let's see Bassem. Right? I don't know if it is going to count the current person, but it doesn't give us the average rating of the opponent. We can calculate it ourselves, right? Should we go through all that while we wait? Just go through that whole thing and try and calculate what the heck is going on here. We can do it. We are definitely going to waste that time. We are definitely going to waste that time because I don't get it. I really don't get it. I want to calculate this for sure. Like, I really do want to calculate it. Don't worry, you can't see the calculator. This is just okay. So we have what? This is below, right? 2099. Oh, it's not lock off. 2099. 2206 plus 2346 plus 2244 plus 2513 plus 2649 plus 2385 plus 2367 is equal to what? 18 whatever divided by 9. That gives us what? 2089 or 2089. That's his average. Let's look at Bassem. I think it's going to be higher because Bassem is the highest rated player, so Bassem is definitely going to play everybody who's weaker than him. But we can still calculate this, right? 2089 Okay, 2089. So 2107 plus 2244 plus 2201 plus 2108 plus 2296 plus 2504 plus 2223 plus 2597 plus 2346 divided by 9. Okay, so Bassem has faced stronger opponents. Guys, we are doing math and we are doing so many things. We just want to be sure about this. So on tie break, if both of them have equal points, Bassem wins on tie break 1. That ends it. If I remember my tie breaks correctly, you use tie break 1. If there are more ties, you use tie break 2. If there are more ties, you use tie break 3. And if there are more ties, you use tie break 4. And on tie break 1 and tie break 4, Bassem is clearly the winner, right? And the second thing we can look at is wins with white, right? So let's see. But this is Belel. Belel has 1, 2. He has 3 wins with black. Bassem has how many wins with black? 2. Okay. In that one, if there were any issues there, that would be it. I don't know. Bassem can just accept a draw here. Like, why would you go for that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, it was looking over. It was looking over. Unless, of course, Belel heard that there's this young guy in Ghana who is stressed over the moves these guys are playing, and that if he wins, I get to sleep early. So he's like, nah, let's torture him a lot more. This does not make any sense. Oh, I wish 7 was here. I wish 7 was here. This is crazy. Why would you allow one? I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to understand. I mean, this is an end game. I'm not even going to bother. I suck at end games. Let's just leave it to the pros. But I just don't get what Belel was doing. Like, is it really that difficult? Like, is Belel worried about... I think I see it. I think I see what he's worried about. But I think his fears are ungrounded, right? And I now understand why it's saying this move. Like, so many things don't make sense to me, but I just saw why. Assuming, like, you go... I think it takes here. 9 takes, I think. The problem I'm seeing here is C6, right? I was thinking he could do it instantly, but I'm not so sure. Because the point is this is what I'm looking at, right? I think that's what he's afraid of. I don't know how it works, but maybe there was something he saw which made him scared. I still stand by my point. It doesn't make sense. Why would that? What I'm finding difficult though is how to break through. It's just like I don't get it. This variation of the Jubaba he keeps playing, I don't get why. I don't think it helps him, but he keeps playing it. This version of the Jubaba he created doesn't work. He just keeps playing it, but it doesn't work. Okay, you can take a check for sure. Right now, all eyes are on Bassem because if he draws or wins this, I think he wins. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I wish I could understand, but I just don't. Oh boy, in case you guys are just joining, the craziest thing happened a few minutes ago. Bilal with a winning position. Yeah, Sicilian Ninja. Again, I've checked on 3 different sites. He's agreed to a draw. I don't know which is true. Until something changes here, I don't know what's going on because chess results says it's a draw. This says it's a draw. Chess.com says it's a draw. It could be a board malfunction, but if it's actually the case that he accepted a draw, I would be shocked. Unfortunately, I don't have the man on the inside as well. Is there anyone who is in the chat, who is at the venue, who can confirm what's going on? This is the position. This is the position. This is the Bilal position. And this is the same position on all 3 sites. Right? On all 2 sites. The 3rd site I went to is chess results, right? Because they have to confirm. And basically, when you look at the position, you get bishop takes. Safest move is here, but for the sake of this idea, Angel recommends you play this way. Then after bishop takes, queen takes, you have rook to this. And fine, I can agree that it's not easy to find the win because like breaking through is not so easy. I was thinking you'd have to play queen here and then slowly bring up the pawn or something like this here. Like I couldn't really tell what you would want to do, but I'm like I don't think anybody would think this position is a draw, right? And the issue move I think for him is this c6, but like how does c6 ever become a problem? How does this ever become a problem? Like it never becomes a problem. So I'm choosing. I don't believe that he accepted the draw, but if he did, it wouldn't make any sense. And basically, I went to check the tie breaks, and tie break 1 is the number of like average rating of opponents, right? So that means that the person who played the strongest opponents on average is the one who gets the point if they are tied. So at this point, all BASSEM needs to do is to draw. At first, BASSEM had to win, and Bilal had to win as well, right? And now all BASSEM has to do is that he has to draw. But unfortunately, the way BASSEM's game is going, BASSEM may win the game. He needs to do number 1 and 2. Bro. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I just say that BASSEM wins. Because on 2 tie breaks, BASSEM wins. On 2 tie breaks. Is this me? Oh, okay. On 2 tie breaks, BASSEM wins. And I don't support like either side. I don't have like somebody I'm supporting per se. I'm just disappointed. That's basically what's happening here. It's not like I wanted BASSEM to win or I wanted Bilal to win. I'm just like, why? Like nothing would make you go for that. Because if you look at the standings, you look at the tie breaks, you look at everything, to make that decision to say that, look, I'm just going for a draw, I don't get it. Who knows? Maybe that's actually like, maybe that's objectively the best choice if you look at every other thing. Who knows? Like I said, I don't know much, but yeah, I don't know why you would go for that. And unfortunately, even though BASSEM's game was like dead drawn, right? His opponent actually killed the game in the beginning. Even though it was dead drawn, BASSEM found a way to get a winning position. So now if BASSEM wins, that's the end. Like that's basically just the end. I don't get it. Please, if you haven't already, you can always like and subscribe, follow everything. All that good YouTube and Twitch sites stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm still thinking. I'm molding. I don't get it. But Bilal wins on tie breaks. That's what I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure, right? Because when you look at the tie breaks that have been put there, again, I don't know what the other 2 are. I don't really know what this one is. The game points. Okay, I think I know what the game point means, right? But when you look at it, in regards to tie break 1, which is the first one they are going to use to differentiate the 2 of them, BASSEM has faced stronger opponents on average, right? When I calculated the average rating of Bilal's opponents was 2089, and the average rating of BASSEM's opponents is 2291 or 2291. So on tie break 1, if they are tied, unless of course there's like, I don't get it because it's 6.9. Yeah, he's 6.5, BASSEM is 6, right? So even if BASSEM was to draw and they are tied, it seems like based on tie break 1, BASSEM should win, right? I think on tie break 2, Bilal should be better. Let me check this, right? Bilal has drawn 2 games and he has won the rest. BASSEM has drawn 2 games, he has won the rest. If he wins this one, you get it. I should do my calculation again. I might be wrong. And Bilal is 22336. Okay, let me calculate it again. Maybe I didn't type the figures incorrectly. Let me check this again. Where is Bilal? Let me do it again. Let me calculate it again. Maybe if that's the case, then what he's doing might make sense. But to take that risk, okay, so what we have, he faced Hogan Nicholas, which is 2099, right? 2099. Then he faced off against Tema, who is 2206. Then he faced off against Samir David, who is 2346. Then he faced off against Fadi Marco, who is 22-44. Then he faced off against Fauzi Adham, who is 25-13. Then he faced off against Bassem. This is where the issue comes in, because Bassem is the higher rated player. 26-49. Then he faced off against Abdel Nabi, who is 23-85. Then he faced off, okay, yeah, my calculation was wrong. He faced off against, oh, this one just came in, I don't know, 22-23. Then he faced off against 23-67, right? Yeah, I think that'll be this. So we get 21 divided by 9. Right? Yes, you're correct. Oh, thank goodness, my math was wrong. So why did I get it wrong? That means I didn't add the last one. That means I didn't add Wafa Hamed. Ah, okay. But now the issue is that Bassem is winning his game. So it still doesn't make any sense. Like the safest thing, like what I'm trying to, my point is the safest thing is that he should have just gone for the win, right? He should have just gone for the win. Should have just gone for the. I don't know why you wouldn't just do. But thank you, Ahmed, for the correction. From tiebreak 1, Bilal would still win. Yeah. So guys, that's the new information. On tiebreak 1, Bilal still wins. So it does make more sense why he would go for the draw. But unfortunately, the moment, or not exactly the moment, but at the time of his draw, Bassem was winning. You feel that this tiebreak is so stupid. I don't know. I think maybe direct encounter should have been the first. I don't know. I mean, they had a technical meeting. The way I understand the tiebreaks is that they choose 4 tiebreaks, or they choose 2 or 3 tiebreaks, and one is like the first one is like what they use. Like if there's ties after the first one, then they go to the second one. That's how I understand it. I don't know if they have to use all the tie breaks and then find out who is the best out of all the tie breaks. I don't know if that's the case, but I think that maybe first of all, first one should be direct encounter. First one should be not direct encounter, but maybe game point. No. There are so many. Which one? I don't know which one would be first. Maybe direct encounter should be first. Like if they faced each other, I think direct encounter should be first. Then then game points, then number of wins with, if it's game points, the number of wins with black, then game points. Like if you kind of get it, like, but I get you. It's in priority, and with how it's written here, it's yeah. I don't know how the technical meeting went, but tiebreak 1 is this one. So yeah. Oh boy. We can get a check here to try and block. King G2. And I don't know how the game goes from here. If you have to take it, I don't know. 7. I was asking for you. I don't know why he drew. Okay, fine. I have an extra reason why he drew. When I first calculated, I thought that he loses on the first tiebreak, but I realized that if Bassem was going to draw, then he wins on tiebreaks, right? Yeah. Wait, why does he still win? Because am I wrong? Or is this wrong? Ahmed, is this wrong? What is happening here? Or this point hasn't been updated. Wait, let me see something. Let me see something. Give me a second. I'm looking at the points there. Oh, I'm not looking. Oh yes, Ahmed, I now get you. Because I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking at this. Aha, now it makes more sense. Aha, I keep wondering. Yeah, the draw makes more sense. Okay, the draw makes more sense. Damn, that sucks. No. It now makes more sense. But where was I looking? Was I on round 8? I think I was on round 8. Yes, I was looking at round 8. That's where the confusion was coming in. Because on round 8, it's 6.5, 6. Right? So I'm like, oh. So I was thinking that like he has played, and because he drew, he's at 6.5. Oh, okay. So the viewers who were not getting me and thinking I was confused, this is the thing, right? So I thought that because of the draw, Bilal was at 6.5, and that if Bassem won, Bassem would be at 7. Do you get it? So that's where my calculation was coming from. But I realized now I was on round 8. I should have gone to round 9. And now we realize that Bilal is at 7. And if Bassem wins, Bassem is going to be at 7. In other words, they are both going to be tied. And Bilal wins. So now it makes sense. Bilal made the best decision. Bilal made the best decision. I just didn't have the right information. So I was making the wrong. Yeah, so I was confused based on what I was looking at. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so now everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. So Bassem winning this has no effect on anything apart from his rating points. Yeah, okay. So we can end the stream. Oh boy, if Ahmed didn't join the stream, I would have been mad at Bilal. I would have been so pissed off at Bilal. Because sincerely speaking, if this was not the case, like if that was not the case, oh boy, look, mostly when I go for technical meetings, the players are just like yes, yes, yes to everything. You rarely find people complaining about so much. But I'm going to tell you something, that if they didn't discuss which tie break should be first, somebody's going to be pissed. Somebody's going to be pissed. Somebody's going to be pissed. Damn. Yeah. Bilal made a good show. Bilal definitely made a good show. Bilal made a good show. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I've been stressed for no reason. I've been stressed for no reason. Now, if you could check my heartbeat has just calmed down because now I have the answers to everything. I disconnected again. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the disconnection. I'm having some problems with my internet. But yeah, I think in this, like, just in case, I don't want you guys to have to deal with this disconnections. I don't know why it's happening a lot today. But since we now know what the conclusion of the matter is going to be, yeah, I can just end of the stream here. Congratulations to Bilal. Yeah, basically. Congratulations to Bilal. That's basically it. Oh, okay, wait. Is that the same Ahmed? Yes, so Ahmed was hinting me here. Okay. So guys, I'll end up the stream here. Thank you guys for everybody who was around. Those who haven't already, you can always like the stream, you can always follow, you can always everything, do all the wonderful stuff. Just you can also leave a comment I was here, and or you were stressing me out when you calculated wrongly, all those wonderful things. I'll be very, very happy to hear from you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for being with me, and I will see you in the video I'll be making. Not on this because I'm stressed out already.